CONN-CLARKE in that false 9 position, brings the ball up, takes it down to Costello. Here's NEWBY. Unleashing Eddie Jones down the left-hand side with an overlapping run. Eddie Jones now thinks about the cross, but he's got NEWBY in support. He utilises NEWBY, cuts back onto his right foot. Jones once more, cross into the box, and it's a goal! Well, that's come out of absolutely nowhere. I'm sure Eddie Jones will want to take it. It's a howler from Sykes Kenworthy, but it's just the start the Robins need. 1-0.
Well, George Sykes Kenworthy, the former Bradford Park Avenue goalkeeper, has thrown up Altrincham an absolute gift there. Hopeful cross from Eddie Jones. It was a decent cross, nothing more than that. And Kenworthy just got it all wrong, and it's just bounced up into the roof, into the corner of the goal. What an incredible moment.
I think you noticed that one in the back of the net before me, Brian. There, it's fantastic work from Eddie Jones, though, to initially get forward. Indeed he does. He scans his options and aims towards the back stick. Headed away in the end. It was Callum Howe who he was searched for in the box. It's now Castro. Keem Castro tackled, and AMALUZOR does really well to break away here and play the ball along to Alex NEWBY. He's got Costello, CONN-CLARKE and AMALUZOR. He'll utilise Justin AMALUZOR. He shoots this up. It's fantastic! Welcome back, Justin AMALUZOR! A scintillating finish from Alti's number 11. Doubles the lead for the Robins. Fantastic work from the counter-attack. Altrincham 2, York City 0.
Well, that's a fascinating goal, because just like on Saturday when Altrincham had an opportunity to score a late winner and then the ball's broken down and Woking have broken, that's what Altrincham have done to the Minster men just there. Kevin Castro went on what looked a potentially dangerous run, but I think it was George Wilson who just got a little foot in to get Alti moving, and then all of a sudden it was 4 against 2 and the ball's played out to Justin AMALUZOR, and he struck it well. Slight question mark for me about George Sykes Kenworthy again. I wouldn't say he was at fault for that, but whilst it was well struck and well placed, I think there are 1 or 2 goalkeepers in this league that might have got a foot to that.
On target this half. Wilson back to Baines. Now Osborne looking for the long ball forward. Fantastic vision as ever from Elliot Osborne, who feeds the ball to Costello, takes it down well, tries to keep the attack alive with a flick on the left foot, but cleared away in the end by Fallowfield, and the opportunity still alive for the Robins. CONN-CLARKE cuts in onto his right foot. Costello will take it down and probably look to go across on his left foot. Chance has gone wayward, but Robins trying to keep it alive. NEWBY, Wilson shoots from range, and it tests Sykes Kenworthy, who's have to palm it away.
Well, interesting couple of phases of play there. Matty Costello doing superbly well, and that shot ultimately coming in from George Wilson.
Eddie Jones with the corner. CONN-CLARKE in space on the edge of the box, but he'll go to the back stick as Banks tries to knock it on. Ball somehow kept in play. Cooper. Chris CONN-CLARKE, chance to shooting. He'll go for the near post, and that had a lot of swerve on it, didn't it? But in the end, wide of the goal, and perhaps he could have played the options in the box there.
He could have, but fantastic strike by the Alti talisman, Chris CONN-CLARKE. Good travelling support from over the Pennines. That looks, I'd say, a good 300 to me.
Well, there were rumours before it'd be about 500 York City fans here today. They always travel well, though, don't they, York City?
They do. Very well supported side.
Quick ball across into the area. It was Callum Howe waiting on the back post, but headed away. NEWBY plays a simple ball down the line to Costello, but it does give Alti's number 7 a lot of space. Here he is. Here's the bleach head of Matty Costello. Running into the area. Cut back, and Fallowfield having to step in. It's a corner. Corner played in. Says the box this time to CONN-CLARKE, who cuts back onto his left foot and will have a shot. Deflects off AMALUZOR. Costello will try and roll it back. AMALUZOR with the shot. Takes a couple of deflections, and in the end, just about cleared away by Sykes Kenworthy. Only to Jake Cooper, and it's spilt in! Altrincham are cooking up a storm at the Checkers end. It's 3-0 to the Robins, and Jake Cooper with his 2nd of the season. It's rather fortuitous, but when it comes to him, Jake Cooper makes no mistake. A spill from Sykes Kenworthy. He's not had a great half at all. but a great goal for Jake Cooper and a great goal for the Robins. 3-0 in control.
Well, what a disastrous half this has been for the York City goalkeeper. You've got to feel sorry for him, George Sykes-Kenworthy, because it looked as if York had just about dealt with that, and he's cleared it when I think he could have picked the ball up, but he's cleared it. It's gone straight to Jake Cooper. It's a decent strike by Jake Cooper, but you'd expect a National League goalkeeper to be able to save it. It squirmed underneath his body. Unfortunately, when things are going against you, it never rains, but it pours.
Mooney on the right side, of course, loves to cut in onto that left foot. We saw that plenty in his first spell, but not so much in his second since arriving back from Southend United. Ball long, and Ethan Ross doesn't come out for it. It's John Lewis who tries to dink the ball, and just wide at the far post. But great attacking play by Leonard John Lewis there, just to read the game and dink the ball.
Well, Altrincham certainly switched off for a moment there, because Lionel John Lewis was in acres of space, and he had time and space to pick his spot. It wasn't a bad effort, but I'm certainly relieved to see it go the wrong side of the post.
Mooney gets past Dipo Akinyemi. Cutting in still, needs support, and he'll get it with the feet of Eddie Jones. Out wide, this is Justin AMALUZOR on the left flank. Can cut in here, play the ball to CONN-CLARKE, who steadies himself and shoots, and that was nearly ever so superb from Chris CONN-CLARKE. Stops the ball dead, takes a shot, he's aiming for that near post. Sykes-Kenworthy didn't move, and just wide of the goal in the end.
Combination play of the highest order there from Justin AMALUZOR and Chris CONN-CLARKE. I think that's what happens when you're playing a position that you've not played in all season. You're not used to. Oh, that's a lovely ball.
It's an inventive through ball out to NEWBY on the left-hand side. Mooney supporting, as is CONN-CLARKE. It comes into Chris CONN-CLARKE. Rebounds out to NEWBY. Takes his time, tries to get onto his strong foot to shoot, and he'll slot it low and slot it just wide of the goal. But a very good and inventive play from Alex NEWBY there, who had to do a lot of improvisation.
Another nice move from Altrincham. Alex NEWBY twisting and turning. In the end, he's just dragged his shot wide.
Just wondering there, I believe AMALUZOR and Mooney have switched sides from the substitution. We know Mooney his preference is the right-hand side, but maybe there's something about the substitution to Paddy McLaughlin that's enforced that. Fallowfield, KOUHYAR takes on Osborne, gets round Osborne, shoots and drills one, and that is superb.
That's a really good strike by the Afghanistan international KOUHYAR, and that's brought the good contingent of York City fans to life.
Well, sometimes that's what you need, Brian, isn't it? Just that, to give it a go, have that bit of eagerness, and he had the time, he had the space, and the shot was clean, and it just, in the end, lashed its way into the back of the net and the side netting, and Ethan Ross had absolutely no chance, to be fair to him, and with 25 minutes of normal time to go, plus additional time, ball down the line for NEWBY. Just about held his run. CONN-CLARKE on the overlap. Mooney on the right-hand side. NEWBY goes alone. We said Sykes-Kenworthy has had an absolute nightmare. Alex NEWBY won't care. It's his 9th of the season, and he needed that. It's been a bit of a drought in truth. But how about that? Alex NEWBY gets his goal, and you've got to say that's probably now game over.
Well, you'd like to think so. Poor old George Sykes-Kenworthy. But that started from a really clever piece of play from Eddie Jones, and he's picked out NEWBY, and NEWBY's done the rest. He was invited to shoot. It was a decent shot, but George Sykes-Kenworthy should have dealt with it. Callum Howie's going over to have a word with him to console the York City goalkeeper.
Ball comes out to NEWBY, who just got his goal. Might fancy another. NEWBY breaks forward. This is now Dan Mooney. What a confidence booster it'd be for him to get a goal. All set up. Cooper in the middle. Comes out to CONN-CLARKE from range. He wants his goal, and he nearly got it, Brian.
Yeah, it's a clever effort from Chris CONN-CLARKE, but nice play again from Altrincham, and Alex Newby at the heart of that. And that goal do him the world of good, because he's been struggling with confidence, been a bit in and out in recent times.
Trying to rush their passes to get forward here, catch out the Alti team by surprise. And they do retain possession. Hunt to Chadwick. Cutting in onto his right foot and getting past 1, 2, 3 Altrincham players. Davis. Ball now with Dippo Akinyemi. Low ball across, and thinking about the spectacular there was KOUHYAR, and the follow-up shot. Really well saved by Ethan Ross at the near post.
That's a terrific save from Ethan Ross. Nice move by York. Took advantage of a slightly fortunate run of the ball.
Now where Roscoe's had to slide in, he's had to get the timing right, and he's been spot on. Woodyard, aim for Howe. Headed across goal, and it's a low cross taken on by Will Smith. It's still in the penalty area. Will Davis with the shot. Scuppered away by Alti once more, and CONN-CLARKE can chest it down. He brings it down and wins the foul from the foul on Fallowfield. Quick ball across to Mooney. Very inventive play by Chris CONN-CLARKE. Dan Mooney's got space. Will he shoot? Will he pass? He'll play the ball across in the end. CONN-CLARKE's there! And he does get his deserved goal. 5-1 to Alti. 5-star performance. Chris CONN-CLARKE, goal number 18. He's been unstoppable. He's been on fire. And Alti have a 4-goal lead at the J. Davison Stadium.
Well, quick thinking from Chris CONN-CLARKE to start that off. He was fouled. He was up quickly. He's released Dan Mooney, who was still in his own half. All about Chris CONN-CLARKE. Quick thinking. Pass out to Dan Mooney in his own half. Advanced. Picked out an excellent run by Chris CONN-CLARKE, and he slid the ball into the corner. No real chance there for the York City goalkeeper. York were really open and were caught napping there.
Well, he wasn't afraid to let the ball hold up, was he, Dan Mooney? And when you're a player who's struggling to get the goals and assists on the charts, you might think they'd rush it. Ball in from Fallowfield over to Alex Hunt. Miskicks the ball. Latty Fairweather with a sweet strike, and what a save by Ethan Ross. He was getting his plaudits at the start of the season for saves like that. That's coming at him at such pace and with such power. He's punched it away. I was certain that'd go into the back of the net.
Well, that's an amazing save. To be fair, Thierry Latty-Fairweather's done well since he's come on, and he looked favourite to reduce the arrears slightly.
Yeah, got a feel for the York City fans on a day like this. Obviously, do often come up in their numbers. Fantastic home ground, but willing to travel. Here's Latty-Fairweather. Cuts in and gets past Haygarth. Little bit of a pull there from Haygarth, but the referee deems the play legal. Mooney just about keeps the ball in on his left foot. Cuts back and plays the ball across. Here is Haygarth with a cheeky back heel over to George Wilson. That was quite amusing, that.
Yeah, not seen too much of the former Manchester United and Brentford man since he came on for Justin AMALUZOR.
Certainly not. Alti moving the ball around well. Into the feet of Chris CONN-CLARKE, the latest goal scorer in the Alti catalogue today. Miscued ball here, and the run can't be made by Eddie Jones, who's offside. A good opportunity to drill the ball low in here. Newby, low! And it's 6-1 to Altrincham, and Alex Newby scores again. Goal number 10 this season for Alex Newby, rounding out another fantastic performance at the J. Davison Stadium.
Well, 2 for Alex Newby, 6 for Altrincham. Fine finish again. And clever play by Eddie Jones, who allowed the ball to run on because he knew he was in an offside position. And that means that it's the 3rd time this season that Altrincham have won by 6 goals to 1 here at the J. Davison Stadium.
Step over, flicked into the box. Baines gets it away from the goal and cleared away on the follow-up in the end. Dan Mooney with a long ball. looking for the advancing run of Chris CONN-CLARKE. A fantastic ball from Dan Mooney. Osborne coming to support. Can he get in on the act? He drills it low, and Sykes Kenworthy, with a good save to be fair to him, just about gets it away from the goal. It's a corner kick.
I think everybody in the ground is relieved to see George Sykes Kenworthy make a decent save there, because it was a decent strike by Elliot Osborne.
Osborne flicks the ball on to CONN-CLARKE, who takes it down well and flicks past Lati Fairweather. This is Chris CONN-CLARKE, but Chadwick doing well there to defend and bring the ball away. Osborne back over to Haygarth. Cooper flicking on. Alty almost looking relaxed and poised, and they've got every right to be, Brian.
Absolutely terrific evening for Altrincham. Difficult game for both teams, important game for both teams, but the Robins have responded superbly. Fully deserved victory, and it's finished here. Altrincham 6, York City 1, and fully deserved. It's been a difficult night for York, and particularly their goalkeeper George Sykes Kenworthy.